Figurized Standard Wargreymon. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we have the Figurized Standard Wargreymon. Not to be confused with the Figurized Standard Amplified Wargreymon. This kit was released in October of 2021, and it is the first kit in this new Digimon Figurized Standard line. And judging based on the appearance of this kit, as well as the future upcoming kits in this series, this line looks like it faithfully follows the Digimon designs of the anime, separating itself from the Amplified series, in which the Digimon in this series are heavily redesigned. However, this gives us two lines of Digimon model kits, which is straight up awesome for Digimon fans. That being said, let's take a look at the box. We got a pretty cool looking box art, a very nice stylized anime pose from Wargreymon, and moving on to the side of the box, we see the model kit in some nice action poses. And as previously stated, pretty much based off the anime design. And if you prefer that design over the amplified one, this is a perfect 1-to-1 replica. On the other side of the box, we got a nice neutral standing pose for Wargreymon, very bulky looking. And before we look at the kit in depth, many of you may be wondering, I'll do the comparison very early. Here is the amplified Wargreymon. Yep, and you can already see there is a minor height difference. The amplified one is much bigger, and aside from the size difference, you can see that the amplified Wargreymon has a boatload of more detail onto it. And based on that, the amplified version would definitely be more of a master grade Gundam kit, and the standard Wargreymon would be a high grade. However, that doesn't make this a bad kit. It is relatively easy to build, and quite solid, making it very good for beginners. And the only glaring issue I had with this kit is that the nub marks on the head are very ugly. Otherwise, good kit. And for this kit, I used most of the stickers, and I want to point out that applying the stickers onto the back shield is annoying, but it definitely looks better with it. I also panel lined this kit as much as I could, mostly on the metallic silver sections and the red parts, and I highly encourage this. Given that this kit does not have much panel lining opportunities, whatever panel lining you do will help bring out the details. So if you're a Digimon fan, or a fan of Wargreymon itself, this kit is for you. Looking virtually identical to the anime design, this iteration of Wargreymon looks awesome, which is good if you don't like the heavily redesigned amplified Wargreymon. As for colors, the kit is still very yellow and orange. The color combination is pretty much the same as the anime, but just a bit more glossy because it is in plastic now. Colored part separation is pretty good for the armor, however for the rest of the kit, I find lacking. But that's all I gotta say for the appearance. It just looks like the Season 1 Wargreymon, and that's not bad. Moving on, let's begin with articulation. Starting with the head, here is the side-to-side movement. It's decent, little stiff, but not bad. And as for rotation of the head, unfortunately no 360, we have very limited range of motion. For up and down head tilt, we got pretty good range of motion there. And if you can already tell, the head and neck is one single unit, thus very limited articulation. Moving on to the arm, it could perform a perfect 360 with no issues, but man, that exposed arm joint is ugly. For the shoulder pauldrons, it can move up and down quite a bit. We got a 360 rotation at the bicep, inside view of the elbow bend, outside view. Just like the amplified Wargreymon, he's got a gun show going. However, unlike the amplified Wargreymon, that's it for the arm. No other movement. Okay, moving on to the torso, we got a full 360 rotation, minimal ab crunch and back extension, and the side bend is even worse. Pretty much non-existent. Spinning Wargreymon around, we have the Brave Shield, which are on ball joints. Pretty decent rotational movement. We also have some minimal flappy flap. I would also like to remind you that these stickers absolutely suck, and are very annoying to put on. Moving down to the skirt, the side skirts can just hinge up and down and move slightly sideways. The front cod piece can also move up and down. Kinda feel uncomfortable doing this. So moving on, splits. Not bad at all. Next up we have this much of a high kick, back kick, knee bend, not bad, ankle dorsiflexion, gets caught by the ankle armor, and toe bend. Pretty good ankle pivot, and 360 rotation of the ankle. In terms of articulation, nothing amazing. Pretty much comparable to a high-grade gunplug kit. And unfortunately, what you see is what you get. This kit does not include any extra weapons or gimmicks or any of that sort, unlike the amplified version. All that being said, shake test. Alrighty, nothing fell off, nothing broke. Great! Next up, let's do some size comparison. Firstly, we got the entry grade ARC 72, and he's definitely taller than Grandpa over here. Next up, we got the real great Sazabi, just a head shorter. And here it is next to a high-end Master Model Wildliger, Master Grade MK2. I showed this earlier, but here it is again next to the Figurized Standard Amplified Wargreymon. Probably gonna be a common theme for the standard line to be smaller than their amplified counterparts. And here it is with my previous review, the Gundam Vidar. And we got DK, Haro, Doraemon, Egbert. And finally, the Floating Bulb. For shelf presence, it is bigger than a high grade, but smaller than what you would consider master grade size. So it doesn't take up much shelf space, and kinda eclipsed by its amplified version. So what are my final thoughts for this kit? Trying to be non-biased in any way, because I am super spoiled by the amplified Wargreymon. The stickers on the shield are somewhat difficult to put on, and they are easily damaged if you're not careful. In terms of appearance, it is faithful to the anime adaptation, however, this does limit its surface level detail. For me, it's not a big issue, but it's definitely something I should bring up. Next up, not a major negative, but the articulation is a little lacking, though the kit itself is still able to pull off a variety of cool poses. And lastly, not enough gimmicks. It's pretty much a bare bone kit, it doesn't do anything spectacular, and it doesn't have a wow factor. I know I should look at it as a standalone kit, however, I have to just compare it to the amplified one. Appearance aside, because that is subjective, compared to the amplified Wargreymon, I just find this kit lacking. The gimmicks and extras that came with the kit was very nice. Unique weapon options and layouts was very fun to play around with, something this kit just doesn't have. So would I recommend the Figurized Standard Wargreymon? All based on your opinion. If you like the traditional design, go ahead, pick it up. It's a very easy to build kit and it's solid. I highly recommend it for beginners. Also, from where I got it, it's half the price of the amplified kit. But if you're wondering what the amplified Wargreymon is like, I got a review of it right here. Just a heads up, it is my first video review though, so it might look a little different. All that being said, thanks for watching my videos. I hope you like it. I enjoy making it. Let me know what you think. And if you like this sort of content, I have pre-ordered the Metal Garurumon and Magnamon, so we can check that out in the future when they release. Also, they announced Gallonmon, so that's pretty hype. Looks like Bandai's committing to another Digimon line as well. And if you like the amplified versions, I got you covered. I got a whole playlist of it. Check it out. Thanks again for watching my video. Take care. Bye.